Joining me now, fresh off of a Republican primary victory, South Carolina Representative Nancy Mace. Congresswoman, thank you so much for staying up late with us tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it as well.
A hard-fought victory.
A very hard-fought victory, but a great victory last night.
You know, I want to get to that in just a moment because I am really curious because there was a lot at stake and there was a pretty powerful previous Speaker of the House who seemed to want you not to win in that. I want to get to that in a moment. But in the House today, there was a very significant moment involving the Attorney General Merrick Garland, who now has made history yet again, the third Attorney General who has been moved to be held in contempt by Congress.
Right.
I want you voted in favor of this.
Yes, I did.
Why did you believe this was the appropriate choice?
Well, Congress, both the Oversight Committee and Judiciary, had requested the audio tapes. They requested information and documentation that wasn't provided. And it wasn't covered under executive privilege because the transcript had already been released by the White House. And it was our right to get the rest of the documentation, to get the audio tapes, to make sure the audio matched the transcript, et cetera. And at some point, Congress has to take action. We can't always pay lip service to an issue. You're seeing that with the border, for example. All these illegals coming across the border, nothing happening. And, you know, I just had a resounding victory last night. I've been talking to people for months now, regular, everyday, hardworking Americans. They're tired of do nothing. They want Congress, whether you're Republican or Democrat or independent, they want people to take action and be held accountable for their actions. And that goes both ways.
Well, I'm glad you said that because some would look at that and listening to you in a vacuum makes total sense. But then there are actual members and colleagues of yours who have said, we don't agree. Even if there is a subpoena that is outstanding, they haven't followed it. Congressman Jim Jordan is but one example. Do you think the American people can have confidence and suggest that, look, if it's all fair and everyone has to abide by the same rules, then why didn't everyone have to answer?
Right, but constitutionally, members of Congress are protected from that subpoena power as well. So we have to abide
Executive
by...
privilege does that for, not constitutionally, of course, but it would do a lot for Merrick Garland and other AGs.
It would have, except for the White House waived its executive privilege because they'd already released the transcript. And so we wanted the audio tape to make sure that it matched the transcript, which is I believe a normal thing to ask. It's not unusual, and Congress should have been able to receive it. But I talk to Americans every day, and they see bureaucrats or secretaries or elected officials not being held accountable. No one ever gets fired for wasting $500 million on some sort of software system, for example, at some federal agency. We continue to waste money, and no one ever is held accountable. And I think that's what the American people want. It's what they deserve.
Well, what's odd about the idea of having, and I take you for your word, to suggest that you want to see if there is actually corroboration and confirmation of what was said and what was actually written. But this can't be looked at outside of the political lens as well, because obviously there was the written transcript handed over, and to confirm that it's not an executive privilege would actually require more litigation for that point. It seems for many that this is just a way to have this played in a campaign ad, as some way to target President Biden, to suggest that a clip could, you know, protect the narrative that he somehow is not as mentally acute as he once was. Is that really the motivation?
Well, I think that, no, it's not the motivation, but when you hear that the transcript might not match the audio tapes, you'd want to verify that information, and requesting the audio tapes is not an unusual thing.
But where is that coming from? I haven't heard that there is a discrepancy between what was said. It wasn't favorable by the special counsel Robert Hur about Biden.
No, not at all.
So where is it coming from if there is a discrepancy between what was said and how it's said?
Well, I mean, take, for example, oversight last year. We had this 1023 document. The FBI said that the witness was trustworthy and credible. 6 months later says that they're not trustworthy and credible. So being able to verify the information, being able to verify the transcript is something we should be doing to make sure the information we are getting is truthful, is trustworthy. And I think there are two types of people in this country. There are people that have to be right, and there are people that just want the truth. And if the audio tapes make sure and ensure that you are getting all of the truth and 100% of the truth and nothing less, then it shouldn't be a problem to share that information. And because the White House, because the transcript was already released, then the executive privilege was already waived. What's the big deal with just bringing the audio tapes along with it? I don't see it as a big deal.
Well, some look at the executive privilege aspect of it, not just in terms of the words themselves, but the idea of the deliberative process being at play. There are, some, in fact, one of your colleagues, Congressman, I believe it was Joyce, who said that he couldn't vote in good conscience in favor of holding someone in contempt because, as a former prosecutor, I believe he is, the concern was this could have a real chilling effect on people who are going to be willing or even compelled to give testimony to the Department of Justice. And having the words out there are very different than maybe their voices. And that is part and parcel to why we protect some of that. Is that a convincing enough reason for you, knowing that that could have a chilling effect, to simply have the words?
Look, I work on a lot of civil rights issues. I was the ranking member on the Civil Rights Subcommittee last session on oversight. Due process is a really important issue.
Sure.
But when we want to verify the transcript, when we have been misled by the federal government, by federal agencies like the FBI in the past, ensuring that we have the absolutely correct transcript, nothing was taken away or edited or changed, is really important in the process of showing transparency, accountability, and showing the truth to the American people. Let them decide what happens next.
Well, certainly I hope, if that's the philosophy, that it's across the board, and I'm not sure that it currently
I'm
is.
someone I've gotten in a lot of trouble
Yeah.
for voting to hold people in contempt. Members of my own party, I've taken a lot of heat, even in the
have.
last couple of days. But I want us to follow the Constitution, whether you have an R or a D by your name. Everybody should be treated the same.
Well, this is aspirational. That's part of the problem for the American people and the electorate on this point. But speaking of having a certain letter by your name, you have the words representative next to your name, and you run your primary. And this was a hard fought, as I mentioned, because the former Speaker McCarthy, he did not appreciate your lack of support in different instances of your career with respect to him. He tried to make sure that you were primaried. What is your message to him, knowing that that failed, well, almost miserably?
Well, my message to anyone who watched the race last night: Kevin McCarthy spent $7 million against me in this Republican primary. It will go down as the most expensive primary in South Carolina history. We ended up winning by 30 points because I've worked extremely hard to earn the trust and the support of South Carolina voters. But also what it says is that there's a place for people like me and the Republican Party. I march to the beat of my own drum. I tend to be very fiscally conservative, socially sensible. There's a place for me. There's a place for MAGA. There's a place for centrists. There's a place for right of center. There's a place for women in our party, even vocal women. I've been very vocal on women's issues. And folks in my district and in South Carolina, they respect that. There's a place for everyone in our party. And that's what it says to me, whether you're moderate, conservative, right of center, all those things, MAGA, there's a place for each of us in there. And the voters spoke resoundingly. To have a 30-point win, I have never had that kind of margin. I've never had that kind of enemy fire coming against us. $7 million. That is significant. It stings. It hurts. Sometimes you cry going to bed at night because it's an awful experience. It got personal, but I ran my race. I ran it. I was my campaign manager. I ran it how I wanted it to be done. And at the end, we won huge because that's what the voters decided. They wanted the truth over the lies, and we want the truth won resoundingly. And it's a true honor for me. I got my start at the Waffle House on the side of the interstate, serving customers in, and now I'm serving my constituents today. And as the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina, I've come a long way. I don't take a single day for granted. I don't take a single fight for granted. And I work really, really hard to serve South Carolina, and I'm honored to continue to do so.
There was I'm sure you've seen a New York Times report or discussion talking about records that were reviewed that suggest that there is, that you own a townhouse in Washington. The records that were reviewed seem to suggest that you repaid $23,000 plus in lodging costs. That includes expenses for insurance and taxes and also month's bills for the townhouse. There is a discussion whether an ethics probe is warranted based on the repayment or reimbursement of those fees that would be tied to home ownership. What can you tell us about this investigation? Are you presently the subject of one?
I haven't heard anything about it so far. Again, I've been focused on my race, but I will tell you, I follow all the ethics rules and all of our ethics guidelines. I'm one of about 300 members of Congress that rely on lodging per diem to help us live in D.C. to do our jobs. And then the second thing is, this was a last-minute Hail Mary hit job done the weekend before our primary on Tuesday, and it was very clear the voters saw it for what it was and decided it wasn't truthful, and that I follow all the ethics rules, and they voted overwhelmingly, despite all of the lies, despite all of the negative ads, and voted overwhelmingly in favor of us. We won by 30 points last night. That
So
much
you
is
would
clear.
be open to having and being very open with the investigation
Oh,
if there is
absolutely.
one?
There's no reason not to. Absolutely. And this is the first time, up until last year, members of Congress didn't get a per diem for travel expenses to Washington, D.C. So if there's confusion, let's clear it up, because there are hundreds of members that either rent places up here or own property up here and live in it, that sort of thing. I'm sure everyone would welcome that.
Well, I'll certainly hold you to your word about making sure that you're open and accountable to the people, and of course abide the same standards of Congress as well. Congressman, nice to meet you here. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you.